Mr. Chairman, Mr. Secretary, I was asking you a little while ago about the precise numbers of resources and the timeline, and the reason that I'm very intent on resettling and the numbers and the timeline is I don't want to be back here in 6 months from now and for you to say, if only we had the resources. I would like you to tell me what the resources are now so that we can hold ourselves accountable if we fail to provide them. And we have an obligation to provide them so that the Afghan refugees who come here, they are allies and partners who have been at our side in Afghanistan, who put their lives on the line, they've risked their families, and they are coming here because they have targets on their backs there, and we have an obligation. It's a moral imperative. I want to salute all the veterans groups and everyone involved in the effort. My office has been a part of a coalition that has enabled flights to leave, but as to everyone who's coming to this country, we have an obligation to make sure they have jobs and housing and health care. I know you share that view. You've also been asked this morning about the so-called separation policy, family separation policy, which resulted from children being torn from their parents. And I know you have some firsthand experience with some of these families. Could you tell us a little bit about the harm that results from families being torn apart in this way and why the president of the American Academy of Pediatrics called Trump's policy, quote, government-sanctioned child abuse?
Well, thank you, Senator. And let me make it perfectly clear that neither the Obama administration or the Biden administration executed the zero-tolerance policy of separating children from their parents to deter irregular migration. In direct response to your question, comes immediately to mind is my conversation with a mother who was, in fact, through our work, reunited with her teenage daughter. But she said that the emotional and psychological separation continues, that the daughter at a young age did not understand why her mother could not protect her from the cruelty of the prior administration, and there remains a distance between them that both the mother and the daughter continue to suffer. And that is why I say that the cruelty is tragically a lasting one, and we're doing what we can to address it.
And you and I, as lawyers, and others, as a matter of fact, members of this committee who have been attorneys general of their state, as I have been, or United States attorney, or as I have been also, an assistant United States attorney, know that sometimes governments are sued, state and federal governments, and settlements are in the best interests of those governments because a trial could result in even greater liability than a settlement could. Am I correct in that view?
You are, Senator, and I think the American public was united in its condemnation of the family separation policy of this prior administration, and it is that public that will constitute a jury in any trial.
Thank you, Senator Blumenthal. Senator Cruz.